Pitfairen used to be a small cluster of miners' cottages in Clackmannanshire on the south bank of the River Devon. Around 400 years ago, it was the site of a ghostly apparition. The people who lived in the cottages, and those in the surrounding districts, often spoke of how they saw a ghost appearing at night, causing alarm and anxiety among them. It appeared to be newly risen, wearing its cerement, and went round a ghostly old elm tree, repeatedly muttering words that the people couldn't make out. After a while, an elm tree did indeed begin to grow close to the ghostly one, although whether it had grown from seed or had been deliberately planted by some superstitious person was unknown. After growing to a considerable height, the proprietor on whose land it had been growing ordered it to be cut down and given to a right in the neighbourhood. After it had been taken and laid in the woodyard for quite a long time, the right received an order for a cradle. Believing in the old prophecy that "Frae the auld elm tree on the tap of the now, a seed shall fall off, which a tree shall grow, and a cradle it shall mak, to rock the wee bairn, wha conjure up the ghost that haunts Pitfairen," and knowing that if he did it, the prophecy would be fulfilled, the young man made the cradle from an identical elm tree. He never told a soul. The child who'd been rocked in it was well educated, and aged 14, went on to study for the ministry. Paying a visit to his parents after a long absence, the right, who was now an old man, told the truth about the cradle to the young man. Armed with the Bible and a candle, the young man proceeded to the spot after nightfall, where he saw the ghost for himself. It spoke to him, saying, "For the sake of gold I became a murderer. Wealth could not procure me happiness. I died, and since that time my restless spirit is compelled to wander here, the scene of my crime, until my guilt be made known to the world." He went on to instruct the young man to dig down to the root of the tree where he'd find bones of the murdered people. He asked for them to be removed so he could rest in peace. As directed, he and some of the men from the cottages dug round the tree and found a great number of bones. They were carefully collected and taken to the local churchyard to be buried. The ghost was never seen again. If you enjoyed this episode of Scotland's History, please like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching.